Tupac is a name that you have no doubt heard no matter what genre of music you're into. Even people who have zero interest in rap have most likely heard Tupac Shakur's name in one way or another. His music had quite the impact and a lot of people love it. You'll commonly hear his name brought up when people are discussing, quote, the good old days of rap, and he almost appears to be seen as pretty much the golden standard of rap music nowadays. So when someone has this much relevance, even 20 whole years after his death, it has to bring up the question, was this rapper's music overrated? Now this video will have no concrete answers and it's more of a discussion starter, so please don't dislike bomb it. Most of the points presented here are not my opinions, and merely points others have made to argue that he is an overrated rapper. I want to hear your opinions in the comment section after I present both sides of the argument to you. So see this video purely as something to potentially challenge the way you feel about a rapper. Because if there is one thing that the rap community on YouTube loves, it is a debate about their favorite rappers. You're watching CDTV Productions, and it's time to assess the argument that Tupac is overrated.
I was blind to the facts, stabbed in the back, I couldn't trust my own homies, just a bunch of dirty facts. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the weed, and hocus pocus, try to focus, but I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. Look to my future, cause my past is over. Big yeah. Y'all know how this shit go, you know. All eyes on me. Roll up in the
Now, the argument you will probably hear the most to support the notion that Tupac receives more praise than he should is people saying he is only revered as a legend to this day due to his early death at the age of 25. Now, while that may sound like a harsh argument, in general, this is not untrue for the music industry. A lot of evidence points to artists in any genre either gaining or regaining more success after their death. It's why posthumous albums are a thing, because while it is great to get extra material from an artist you love after their death, unfortunately this makes it easy for companies to capitalize on this and use their music primarily for financial gain. And you can bet your ass that posthumous albums are partially or mostly released with marketability and profit in mind. Look at artists such as Michael Jackson, who started to actually have a decline in their sales later on in his career while he was alive. Then a very short period after his death, his sales increased like crazy, a large part of which is attributed to his quickly released posthumous album. But the morality of albums released after an artist's death is a discussion for another time. Some people may even suggest Pac never had the opportunity to fall off due to his shorter lifespan. Who knows? If he survived, maybe his next album would have been the one that flopped and ruined his legacy. Or it could have been the best of his career, only strengthening it. We'll really never know if Pac would still be relevant today had he not died in 1996. However, if I did have to inject my own opinion here, I honestly think that people would still remember classic albums such as All Eyes on Me and Me Against the World even if Tupac was still alive and breathing today. Those albums had such a big impact when they were released, and I have a hard time believing they would become irrelevant under any circumstances. And you can't deny, Pac almost had the same level of success, if not more, in his life as in death. His biggest album, All Eyes on Me, released in February 1996, went on to sell 5 million copies in just 2 months after its release. His previous album, Me Against the World, also went double platinum within a year. So, is the death of Shakur the main reason why he is respected today? I don't feel so. But more importantly, do people just feel like they are being disrespectful if they criticize the music of someone who is no longer with us? It's not too crazy to assume some people will not say they dislike Pac's music purely because it will draw negative attention towards them.
Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac kids, if don't nobody else care.
The next argument people make is nothing to do with sales or his life, but some people make the argument that Pac's music really was nothing special. And I think this is the main argument here, as the widely accepted definition in my mind of overrated in rap music is an artist whose music is widely loved despite it not being that great. One argument I see constantly brought up is that Pac focused a lot more on releasing a high quantity of music rather than releasing shorter or less frequent albums with more quality. I mean, is that hard to disagree with when All Eyes on Me featured 27 tracks and personally, I can distinctly remember about only 14 to 16 tracks. Now, while I still think that it is fantastic as a double album, he could have potentially filtered out a lot of the filler tracks. And it's because of these filler tracks that many can find his music to be forgettable. Another argument that I can kind of agree with is the fact that Tupac never really seems to go outside the box with his subject matter. I once brilliantly saw him described as a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Yes, he raps about a lot of topics, more than most people, but there's always a rapper that talks better on each topic than Pac does. The argument some people make against Pac is that for every good aspect of his music, there's someone out there doing it better. But then again, even that can be countered if you look at the emotion and relatability Pac provides through his words. I have never seen so many of those rap quote images that you see for one specific artist other than Tupac. Now, if you want to hear my opinion on this, I personally feel like Tupac is not the best rapper of the 90s, but he was still very good and had such a way of controlling his voice and crafting hard-hitting quotable lines that I find it hard not to be inspired by his music. And that point I just mentioned about his voice control, I honestly feel like that is the part of his music that he has mastered. From the anger and grittiness in Can't See Me to the more conversational and questioning voice he uses in Keep Your Head Up, he has so much vocal variety, it is insane. Is there really any other rapper that can vary their voice so much to convey emotion better than Shakur? Also, it's impossible to deny his influence. Your favorite rapper today was most likely inspired by Pac, and he helped to inspire some of the greats today such as Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. You can say you don't like his music, but his impact on the rap genre is undeniable.
Give me my money in stacks and lace my bitches with Don figures. Real niggas fingers on nickel-plated non-triggers. Must see my enemies defeated. I catch them while they coked up and weeded. Open fire, now them niggas bleeding. See me in flesh and test.
And then, after all of this, of course, my third and final argument is going to be that, yes, the quality of his music may be great, and yes, he deserves a lot of respect, but is he getting more love than he deserves due to bandwagons? This is a big part of the equation, as you can't deny some people will say Tupac was the greatest rapper alive just to fit in with other people who say that. Bandwagons are very common in hip-hop, that much is known, so I wouldn't be surprised if let's say at least 30% of the people who praise Pac's music have barely even heard a full LP from him. I don't have much to say on this point as it kind of speaks for itself, but when discussing if a rapper is overrated, it is always important to at least give a mention to bandwagons. So, what do you guys think? Do you think the quality of Pac's music is overrated or not? Do you think he is only so well received due to his early passing? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you would like to see more of these discussion type videos in the future. This is something quite different for my channel, as I'm mostly presenting other people's opinions on certain topics, but I think it's a nice change of content I can occasionally bring here to switch things up and keep the channel interesting. Also, if you do want to see more of these, leave suggestions in the comments for debates that I can talk about in my next video like this one. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, share it if you want to get this debate out to more people and see other people's opinions, and also if you enjoyed it, that would really help out the video. Please subscribe if you have not done so already or haven't seen any of my content before. I do weekly top 10s on rap music. I have a series called Worst Rappers in the Game, Albums Ranked, just a bunch of stuff, and this is a new series I'll be doing where it's just rap discussions and debates. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Also, some of the research I did in this video was conducted on my Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, my username is CDTV Productions, and I'll probably be doing more posts in the future on my Instagram asking questions, because for this one, I did ask my Instagram followers, do you think Pac is overrated? And they helped me craft this video. With that all being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I will hopefully see you guys all in the next one. And this is CDTV Productions, signing out.